Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Babagba Gede on television. I'm Jibril Munirat. First are the major headlines for the national news. Call for breakup. President slams NEF. I won't retire from politics until I become Nigeria president, says Bola Tinubu. Respect other people's religion doctrines. Can begs Christians. Can play to Benue churches adamant insist on Sunday protest. Cleric dismembers female customer. Police recover body parts. Students shot federal secretariat in Ibadan to protest against lecturer strike. Finally, landlord flees after attacking couple with cutlass in Rivers State. Now the news in details. The presidency has lashed out at the Northern Elders Forum, NEF, for asking a region of the country to leave the federation. The presidency said elected leaders in the country take decisions that regulate the affairs of the nation, noting that no self-appointed and unelected group can take the right from Nigerians. Platform Times gathered that a statement issued on Tuesday by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garuba Shehu. The statement was titled, Statement on the Call by Northern Elders Forum asking a section of the country to leave the Federation. Shehu reiterated that Nigerians listen to elected leaders and not opinionated think gods who have no traction with any responsible group. The presidential spokesperson stated, we are aware of the latest statement from the so-called Northern Elders Forum. We wish to reassure Nigerians that it remains their democratically elected leadership which takes the decisions that steer our nation and no one else. The national leader of the All Progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu, said he will not retire from partisan politics until he becomes president of Nigeria. Tinubu said this during his campaign visit to Benue State on Tuesday, ahead of the APC primary slated to hold this Friday. He said, if elected, he would bring his wealth of experience to bear on the governance of the country. He says, I won't retire from politics until I am the president of Nigeria. I will bring the experience of my leadership in Lagos State as a governor to bear on my leadership style in Nigeria. The former Lagos State governor, who insisted that he is the best man for the job, said if he emerges as the presidential candidate of the APC, he will surely win the presidential election, no matter whoever emerges as the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. The Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, has appealed to Christians to always respect the doctrines of people of other faiths, emphasizing the need for all religious institutions to engage their congregations more efficiently in religious education. The national president of CAN, Dr. Samson Ayokunle, stated this while speaking on a Rise TV program, The Morning Show. According to the religious president, students should be taught to report issues to relevant authorities or law enforcement agencies. He said, there is a need for religious education so you know what people of other faiths around you don't want and respect them. If there is a mutual respect in the nation, there will be peace. Don't take unilateral offense toward anybody that has offended you. Report it appropriately. This is a civilized society. This is not the Stone Age. The Christian Association of Nigerians says it will go ahead with its protest against the lynching of Deborah Yakubu, a 200-level student of Shehu Shagari College of Education who was stoned to death and burnt for blaspheming Prophet Muhammad. This is despite a ban on religious protest by Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, an appeal by Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule, and moves by some northern governors for CAN to shelve its planned protest. Also, CAN chapters in Plateau and Benue States, which are the umbrella bodies for churches in the two states, said they will organize protests against Deborah's killings. The spokesperson for the CAN president, Reverend Bayo Oladeji, said the protest would hold on Sunday nationwide. Oladeji, however, said the protest would take place in front of CAN secretariats in various states or major churches, adding there would be no procession. The Atiba Police Division, Oyo State Police Command, has arrested a suspect, Afat Yamiyu Abbas, for dismembering a hairdresser identified only as Barakat in Oyetoro community in Oyo West local government area of the state. The police also recovered the victim's body parts. Punch Metro gathered that the residents had been suspecting Abbas' suspicious activities after he moved into the community about 2 years ago. On Sunday, May 15th, members of the community were said to have perceived an offensive odor which they traced to the suspect's house. The mutilated remains of Barakat were later found. A resident, Mr. Bola Tinubu, told Punch Metro that the suspect, after he was caught, confessed to killing the hairdresser. He said, when the body was discovered, all fingers pointed towards Abbas. A community meeting was held later that evening and everyone was on the lookout for him. Students protesting against the ongoing strike embarked upon by Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, on Tuesday shut down the Federal Secretariat located in Ikolaba area of Ibadan, Oyo State capital. Pen pushing reports that the students carried placards with various inscriptions such as "Education is right, not a privilege," "I want to graduate," "We are tired of staying at home," and "Education is a right, it should be free for all," among others. The protesters, who converged around 8 a.m. in front of University of Ibadan, UI, proceeded to the Secretariat, paralyzing activities within the area, ensuring all roads leading to the Secretariat blocked, as motorists were forced to take alternative routes. Pen pushing further report that the Student Union Government, SUG President of University of Ibadan, UI, Adewale Adeyinka, while speaking during the protest, stated that over 40,000 students of the institution were forced to stay at home due to the industrial action. The Student Union President said, students are in total support of Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, because they are the one fighting for their rights. That is why university education should be revitalized. They also report that the student leader, however, declared that students would continue to occupy the Secretariat and turn it into classrooms and playing ground if federal government failed to meet their demands. Finally, operatives of the River State Police Command are on the trail of a landlord who dealt several machete cuts on a couple, Stanley and Comfort Nwangidi, his tenants. Platform Times gathered that the victims were his tenants at Ekulobia Street, Mile 1, Diobu area of Port Harcourt, River State. The female tenants, Comfort Nwangidi and her fiancé, Stanley Nwangadi, who spoke on their hospital bed, said the landlord had always been taunting her for dating and keeping a man she's the one taking care of. Comfort said on Sunday, May 15th, she had spread her clothes on the rope outside when the landlord, who also resides in the compound, removed and threw them away. She said when she went to pick up the clothes, the landlord started abusing her as he normally does, accusing her of keeping a man whom she feeds and takes care of. Comfort added that when her fiancé came in and heard the utterances of the landlord, there was an exchange of words between him and the said landlord, Mr. Alabo. Comfort stated that she and her fiancé left after the exchange of words. She said unknown to them, Alabo was already waiting for them with the sharpened machete when they came back. She said immediately she entered the compound with her fiancé, the landlord came out with the machete and started cutting her. She added that when her fiancé attempted to rescue her, Alabo also cut him twice on his head and hand with the cutlass before he ran away. On his part, Stanley confirmed to her correspondent that he received his own machete blows when he rushed to save his fiancé when he heard her screaming as Alabo was cutting her. Mr. Stanley called for justice on the matter. That was the news, but before we go, here's a quick recap of the major headlines once again. Call for breakup. Presidency slams NEF. I won't retire from politics until I become Nigerian president, says Bola Tinubu. Respect other people's religion doctrines. Khan begs Christians. Khan, Play 2, Benue churches adamant insist on Sunday protest. Cleric dismembers female customer, police recover body parts. Students shut Federal Secretariat in Ibadan to protest against lecturer strike. Finally, Landlord flees after attacking couple with cutlass in Rivers State. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media pages. On Facebook, Gbagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. On Instagram, Gbagede Imo _22. On YouTube, Baba Gbagede Imo TV. Kindly click on the red subscribe button, like, comment, and share. For advert placement, please call the number showing on your screen. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon once again. I'm Jibril Munirat.